All right, everybody, what's up? We are back. The good, the bad, the nerdy. Katie, May, and I had some time off just because life's crazy, and that's what happens.
Yeah, scheduling conflicts.
Yeah. All right. But excited to be back. Happy to have my co host back on here and talking about the things that we enjoy talking about. And, well, Katie, what have you been up to?
Nothing really, just work and work.
Work and work.
Yeah, I was out of town a couple weeks ago for a wedding, but other than that, just same old, same old. I don't live an exciting life like you do.
I don't know if it's exciting. I sprained my foot real bad the other day.
Oh no.
Yeah, fun times. Yeah, we got Ricardo and Leandra watching us right now live.
Oh sweet. Hi guys.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, I had a lot of events, video game parties, comic book convention, and some other thing. Comic book convention, video game party. There was another thing that happened on Saturday and Sunday, or some event where I went to go sell stuff. That's how. I won't be. Oh, Jesus! FSK Day. Okay.
Oh. You'd think you'd remember that one.
You think I would remember that? Yeah. I'm gonna try my best to never ever schedule 3 events or have 3 events in the same weekend. That wasn't supposed to be the way that it went. All right, one of our Facebook. Oh, Ricardo saying what's up. Um, da, 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 da. All right, so we're gonna dive in here. We're gonna hit it up. It's been a while, so maybe you guys forgot how we did our thing, but we've actually got some decent things lined up here. No real format except for we are going to do our quick fire round. Nerdageddon. We're gonna jump into some things that make me mad.
Uh-oh.
Talk about reboots. Couple other we got some good stuff that we're going to dive into. It's a good way to break back into the ice here, and we are going to jump off first with our speed round where we take a look at some pretty hot trailers
Yeah.
that we watched. Katie, you want to get that little clocker going?
Yeah, so do we want to do 2 minutes?
Yeah, 2 minutes is fine.
Okay. All right, what is our first one?
Our first one up, the Aeronauts.
Your guess is as good as mine.
All right, you ready to start that clock? You want to go first?
I'll go first.
All right.
Okay. All right. So the good. It was visually stunning. It looks really cool. A lot of really cool overhead scenes, that kind of stuff. The bad, I'm totally whatever about this. I don't love Eddie Redmayne, and like nothing about this trailer made me be like, I need to watch this movie. I was just very lukewarm about it. So I will probably not see it.
Visually, this is a pretty awesome looking movie. The bad, I don't know why they think these two stars have chemistry. They don't. Couldn't stand them. Well, correct me wrong. I think isn't this the same woman that was in Fantastic Beasts with him?
Is it?
I thought it was.
I have no idea. Maybe.
Yeah.
That's how much I don't care.
They don't have any chemistry. Jimmy Jones says hi. Hey. Ricardo says hey. Ricardo says, oh my God, OMG, reboots galore. Yeah, I just don't. God, I don't know. I'm just not feeling that guy's actor or them two together, and I'm just like, who asked for this movie? I don't really care. I don't. Seems very by the numbers for how they're laying it out. No interest at all.
Well, it seems like we're both on the same page with this one.
Right. Are you ready for our next one?
Yep.
The Joker.
You want to start?
Yeah.
Go.
My only bad is that this does not exist in the world where I'll get to see Batman punch him in the face or something like that. Not the Batman that I expect him to be, or deal with any other DC characters from the comic books or anything like this. The Good. This movie looks phenomenal. There's so many goods. Like I'm still gonna go see this flick, but I mean, Joaquin Phoenix looks amazing in this role as a Joker. I know he's gonna like totally kill it, but my bad is it does not exist within the same movie franchises, and I think it's kind of a waste that it doesn't.
All right, so my good is I am more pumped for this movie than I was from the first trailer. So I am super excited. I like they gave us a little bit more information about his backstory, and I can't wait for them to put all the pieces together. I'm super stoked for this. The bad, it's still not out. I want to see this right now.
I dig it. Alrighty. The next one up, Dr. Sleep.
You want me to start?
I could start.
Okay, go ahead.
The bad. Why are we making this movie? This doesn't make any sense to me. All that evil should have stayed in the first one. All right. Why are we pushing this envelope and making this happen again? I don't know if it's anything like. I don't know if there's anything really there that we can sink our teeth into to say, yeah, we need a sequel for this. And then The Good, which is kind of still my bad. It's taken it seems like it's taken a formula from a couple TV shows where we have a male protagonist lead who is protecting a child who has some amazing gifts or something like that, and also challenging his dark backstory. I've seen that a few times. It's getting kind of old. But oh, that's too bad. Dang it. I like him as an actor.
There you go. Good job. So for me, I'm actually rereading The Shining right now, in anticipation to read Doctor Sleep before I get to see this movie. So you can say I'm pretty stoked for it. The Good. This looks scary as fuck. Like this looks really scary. And I am just like, I'm ready for the next chapter. And the bad, it's the same bad as the Joker. It's not out yet. Like, I'm ready to see this. But I'm actually, I guess, a little bit glad that it's not out because I still have time to catch up on my reading before it comes out. But I'm really excited for this.
All right. Well, we got those. We knocked those out pretty well. Yeah, we weren't playing around. All right. So it's going to bring up. Let me see here. Our next section, Nerdageddon. I think Nerdageddon's kind of beefy this time.
Yeah,
there's a lot going on.
You have a lot to rage about.
Well, it's been a long time. It's been a while, so let's dive in, shall we? All right. Application. There it is. All right. So Nerdageddon is composed of things that are going on in social media with pop culture and geekdom and things like that. Not just things that we feel very strongly about, but all types of stuff. So first up on Nerdageddon. So the mouse has pushed back this movie yet again to the year 2020. What's the name of this movie again?
New Mutants.
New Mutants. Yeah. I really love Arya Stark, and I would like to see her film come out and see what she can do with the New Mutants. Disney. I really want to know is what don't they like about what they're seeing?
I don't know. I mean, from what I heard, this was going to be. I was really looking forward to this. This was going to be the first Marvel horror movie, but now if you think about it, they've been touting the new Doctor Strange as the first horror movie, so that was kind of the first indication that something was going on. But this was supposed to be the first, so yeah, I'm not sure what they're finding problematic. Like, I don't know. It's sad. I hope it does come out. Like, I'm afraid it's just going to keep getting pushed and pushed and pushed until it just like disappears. I would like to see this movie. I feel bad for the actors. I know that Maisie was doing like a ton of promotion for it, and then all of a sudden it just like stopped. So, I feel bad because I not that I've ever been part of a movie, but I know it takes a lot of work and a lot of time, and actors pour their hearts and souls into these things, and to not have it actually come out, that's got to be disheartening.
Yeah, absolutely. Um, I mean, I don't think it's gonna come out. I think what they should do is just release it to Netflix.
Well, more likely it would be Disney Plus, right?
Disney Plus, yeah, Disney Plus, yeah.
Yeah. I just hope we get to see it. I hope it's out in the theaters because I want it to do well, but like at this point, just like show me the movie. Like I would like to see this movie, please. Thank you.
You like? I mean, I do. Well, I've actually lost more faith in it after finally seeing X-Men: Dark Phoenix. So, I mean, if they can't handle X-Men: Dark Phoenix, and this is their second crack at that story, I don't think they can handle any mutants. So. Ugh. That's a whole nother thing in its own. All right. So, don't know if you kids know or not. Spoiler: Alfred is dead. He has been killed by Bane. I should have gave you some pre-warning on that. I apologize. It's been a while though, and not very many people were talking about this. So this is actually supposed to be a hallucination. Robin gets captured and he's getting beat on by some red-eyed evil Batman who is working with Bane. And then they were going to just have it like, oh, well, he just manipulated him and played with his head. But DC, or the execs at DC, decide to keep it real. Alfred Pennyworth is dead. What do you think about that, Katie May?
Honestly, I don't care. I don't really read these comics, and I guess it's sad, but I don't care.
Oh, I'm kind of in the same boat. I don't
I'm so surprised. I thought you were just gonna yell at me for like not caring.
No, because like. So apparently this is the story arc where it's like the city of Bane, and Bane has like taken over Gotham apparently, and like he's just ruling it with an iron fist or whatnot. I don't know all the details. I just started like getting back into DC Comics or whatnot, but like this story arc has been done before, and someone will probably correct me if I'm wrong. It's called Nightfall, and we broke Batman's back, and it was really, really, really good. And so now we're doing this now, and now we're gonna kill Alfred. Like, why? Alfred doesn't do anything. He gets cake and sandwiches for Bruce Wayne, and then he stitches him up from long nights and things like that. I just don't know. I don't see, like, I don't feel the emotional impact of it. It's cool that nobody knew this was going to happen, but the only reason nobody knew it wasn't going to happen was because they weren't planning on sticking to it until, oh my God, the internet went crazy when it happened, and everyone was like, such a bold move, and they're like, we're going to keep it. So, what do you guys think? Those tuning in, those will be listening that are watching it live or catching us on the replay or whatnot, what do you think of Alfred Pennyworth dying? I think it isn't that big of a deal. I wish his show would die because Alfred Pennyworth does not need his own TV show. That's how I feel about that. You know he's got his own show, right, Katie?
He does?
Yes. A live action.
Good for him.
Prequel. It's all about him being a spy and stuff before he meets Master Wayne.
So he actually has like a pretty neat backstory. Okay. I can get down with that, but that still doesn't make me sad that he died.
No. Ricardo said, pretty sure he'll be back. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he will be too. It won't last. Because Batman and Catwoman are back together after they sent me on this, like, I had this amazing run of Batman stories where Catwoman was there and they got engaged and they were supposed to get married, and it was really good stories, really good character development, all this stuff. And then they copped out on the wedding and they didn't have it. Now they put the characters back together.
Wait, hold on. Wait, are you upset that there wasn't a wedding issue?
I'm upset that they didn't get married because Catwoman
because you wanted to like have a wedding issue. It was like a big white dress and they all ate cake and danced and stuff. Like you wanted an issue about that.
Hold up, hold up. Number one, it wasn't a white dress. It was a very dope black dress that she had on. And I don't care about the actual wedding. It's the
Oh,
fact
okay.
it's the fact that we were. You try to play me, Katie. It's the fact that it was something not done before in the comic books, and it made sense with their relationship. Like, let's marry, and like it wasn't Bruce Wayne and Selena Kyle getting married. It was Batman and Catwoman getting married. Like, the stories that they were writing with these characters are fantastic. There was one story where they went on a double date with Lois and Clark, and they all switched costumes or whatnot, and they were at a carnival. It was amazingly good. So they can get out of here with that noise, putting back together now. Y'all playing too many games, playing with my emotions. Now, the battle at Big Rock or Little Big Rock, some rock, basically.
Battle at Big Rock.
Yes. This I thought was awesome. What did you think of it, Katie?
Why?
Why?
Was it made? Was it just to, like, all I could think of was like a marketing ploy to generate buzz about the next Jurassic World because nobody really cared about the last one. I thought it was really dark. I thought it was hard to see.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't love it.
I can't make my eyes any bigger. I thought this was amazing. I thought it was really good, and I think more marketing should be done like this. I think it's obviously a marketing ploy for the third one, and I hope they release more shorts like this. I mean, they're always like, they have tons of stuff that they put on the cutting room floor, so I think it can easily just be adapted to shorts to help promote it. But it is so cool that I didn't see this coming with Jurassic World 1, that like it was actually, these dinosaurs are actually going to get released in our world, and they're going to be part of the environment and stuff and affecting things. And I think that's super dope. Some of the acting I thought was cheesy, and I felt like some lines got cut out and like they got unfinished. Like the mom here, when she stops the kids from arguing and she's like, we've been a family now for 2 years. And I thought she was going to go into how they need to stick together. And like, it just suddenly cut off and it went to a whole nother line. Like little things like that happened or whatnot. But I thought it was clever. I thought it was good. And I love this type of marketing. I think this is the type of, as much money as they spend on these damn movies and they make, this is the type of marketing I feel like they should be doing. Stephanie Menard's in the building. She's watching with us.
So I said my bad. I'll say a good. I think they did a really good job of making it super intense. Like you could, like, I was feeling a little like, I just wish I had cared more.
I feel it. I cared. I don't think I cared that much about them. I just cared because I thought it was a cool extra to get me hyped for the movie. So not necessarily cared about them. But like I was like, oh, if they're doing stuff like this, I want more. Like, let's keep more things like this happening.
So you want to see a movie with this expanded?
No, not with these people.
Well, not with them, but like with that world where the dinosaurs have become part of life.
Yeah, they've already started post-production, pre-production on this already, on this movie. So it's happening. So yeah, I was excited about that.
Okay.
Checking our comments here. All right. So next up, let me see. That's Batman gets killed. All right. So Katie.
Yes.
This one, I've got wow, that picture is really good or huge. I've got a long-standing anger with this right here.
Uh-oh.
I just don't understand it.
Okay.
And please, anybody chime in. These video game prices for fighting games are ridiculous. All right. And well, video games just in general, overall, it's trash. And so the basic video game for Xbox One and the PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 4 is $65. $65 and some change. But because of stores accepting trade-ins, so I can buy a game, and once I get done with it, like in a month or so, I play the heck out of it. I'm done with it. I can take it in and get traded in for trading credit towards another game. And that's how video game stores make more money on top of games. And the game companies don't get any money off of that because that game's already been sold. They only get that one purchase, that one payment or whatever, while stores can keep getting these trade-in things. So now the price of games have increased, and they've started doing these things called DLCs, where downloadable content, where they charge more money for stuff that should just already be in the game. In my opinion, I've been gaming a long time, and I will say this: not every single company is like this, just most of them. So, for example, Mortal Kombat 11. I was super excited when this game came out, Katie. Game was awesome. I'm like, oh man, that game looks really good. Let's get this Mortal Kombat 11. And I know they're always going to come out with more characters, and that's fine. All right, if it's a fair price, I don't mind it. Mortal Kombat 11 costs $65. You get 25 characters with that $65 purchase. The entire game, the stages, the whole movie that you get to play through, which is like 25 hours on its own. The versus features and the online features and all that stuff. $65 for all that, Katie. Can you guess how much it costs for the 6 additional characters for this Mortal Kombat pack?
The same.
$40. $40. I just don't understand that value. I'm gonna pay $40 for 6 characters, but I pay $65 for 25 characters.
But are those characters super dope?
All right, Katie, they are okay. Like actually, Mortal Kombat 11. Those characters are like 50% of them are dope. I'll tell you that.
So are they each worth like $15?
Well, they won't sell the characters individual.
I know, but I'm just like trying to justify the $40.
They used to. No, I don't think actually. Other games have sold the characters by themselves.
Okay.
But Mortal Kombat won't sell the games by themselves now. You have to buy the combat pack to get the characters, which is fine because they know nobody cares about the other 3 damn characters. Who cares about those other characters? They're trash. Nobody cares about them. Like, yeah, I'm about to pull it up right now so you can see who they are.
Okay.
Because I'm not gonna lie, 3 of them are really cool characters. And I know someone's probably thinking, well, Mike, they got to pay for the licensing of those characters. I don't give a damn. That's not my fault. You're selling the game for $65, and you're getting the DLC cost. It doesn't need to cost this much. All right, so this new roster, Nightwolf. Nobody gives a damn about Nightwolf. No one cares about Nightwolf. He's a regular Mortal Kombat character that's been in the series for years. Spawn. I care about Spawn. That's dope. That's really, really cool. That's actually a perfect combo character to put in Mortal Kombat. Arnold Schwarzenegger as Terminator. Yes. Sindel. Don't care. She was a Mortal Kombat character. Don't care. You know who else I don't care about, Katie? Can you guess? Can you guess which one of these 2 left I don't care about?
I don't know.
Joker. I'm tired of Joker. I don't care. We do not need. Joker has been in the last 3 video games. We don't need another Joker. He could be out. You could put somebody else in here. I do like Shang Tsung though, because Shang Tsung's a cool character. But that's my personal opinion. So all 6 of these characters, $40. We're $25 away from the cost of the actual video game with 25 characters. I think that is ridiculous. I would pay $20 for this. All 6 of them. I would be willing to pay $20 for all 6 of them. I think that's a fair price. But Katie, I don't make video games, so I don't know how.
Maybe that's something you should expand into.
It's a whole new world, Katie. It's a whole new freaking world.
I have faith in you. You can do it.
Then we have other games like Dragon Ball Z Fighter, $65 for 24 characters. Their fighter pack is a total of $50 for 8 characters. $50. That's crazy. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, $65. You get at base 30 characters. 6 more characters for this game, $40. It's becoming a reoccurring trend here. And in Street Fighter is the absolute worst of them. Street Fighter 5, $65, comes with 28 characters. To get 10 new characters, it's $50 total. They sell the characters individually. They're $6 a piece. They sell costumes for those characters. $2 a piece. They have a battle costume for each of those characters, $3 a piece. We're talking a total of $50 for costumes, a total of $75 for battle costumes, and then they even have cute summer costumes that I can give two shits about that cost $4. That's a total of $20. They have
So there's no other like in-game ways to earn these characters or costumes or any of this stuff other than just buying this expansion pack?
Katie, that's a really, really, really good question. The characters you cannot earn through playing through the game. All this other stuff you can earn money through through the game, but the in-game money. How do I say it? Like, it's so ridiculously hard to get the money to build up money for it that you just lose interest. You're like, all right, I don't feel like playing. Like, I want to play the game, but dang, like, I want to get that costume, but I don't want to spend $6 on that costume, but I also don't want to spend 20 damn hours trying to build up the in-game money to get said costume.
Okay.
They have different colors for them. The levels cost $2 a piece. New stages cost $4. The totals for Street Fighter to get everything in this game, well over $300 for one game.
But people are paying it, right?
Some people are, Katie. Yeah,
and that's why they do it.
It's annoying. I wish they would stop.
I understand your annoyance, but you know what? At the end of the day, people are willing to pay for it, so they're going to charge for it.
It's ridiculous, Katie. It's ridiculous. And all this content is it's on the game when you buy it, but it doesn't unlock unless you like it. So it's already there. So that's also my peeve with it. Like, I can see and understand, like, if you're actually making, it's a fickle beast.
Could you hack it?
Huh?
Could you hack it?
I'm sure I could if I was knowledgeable in that realm. I know other people have.
I'm just trying to help you out.
I know. Because there's some cool characters. Like, I just refuse. Like, I try to wait for sales. Like, for example, Spider-Man, the Game of the Year edition Spider-Man. Spider-Man cost $65. I bought Spider-Man when it first came out. There was no way I'm not going to get Spider-Man day one when it comes out. Sorry, I'm getting it. The DLC for it, which is new levels, new story modes and stuff, $30. Not too bad. Not too bad for a venture game. But if you wait a year for the game to come out, they come out with the Game of the Year edition, where it has all that content in it, and the full game at like $40 or $50. But that's a year later after the game releases. And I know you're like, well, Mike, just wait a year. Who wants to wait a year to play a game they've already waited 2 years to come out? Who wants to do that? Nobody.
You need that instant gratification. I got it.
I do. Like, right now, I'm sitting here right now. I'm waiting for the new Avengers game to come out. Katie, it doesn't come out till next year. I knew this game was coming out 2 years ago. So I've been sitting here. Okay, I'm waiting for my Avengers game to come out. It's going to be really awesome. It's going to be cool. And I'm going to get it because I want to play a really cool Avengers PS4 game. And then a year later, after that, the one with all the downloadable content and stuff will come out. The Game of the Year edition will come out. So you know what? Either be patient or shut up, Mike. No, damn it, I'm not going to be. Like complaints need to be made. People need to speak up, and other people need to stop buying and paying for this stuff. Because you're making good points, Katie.
You're like arguing with yourself at this point. I'm not saying anything.
You're saying it all.
That's true. If my mouth doesn't say it, my face usually does.
Let me get off this topic. I got numbers, and it's just annoying. It's just annoying with all these numbers here. James Miller tuned in. Hey, James, how you doing? All right. So next little thing that we're going to pop up here. So, Katie, you have Facebook?
Do I have Facebook?
Yeah, you got Facebook?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have an Instagram account?
I do.
Okay. So, here's my next picture. So, do you get those little ads that pop up with these like cell phone games that look really cool?
No.
You don't get those?
No.
Wow, so my phone is really listening to me. So
Mm-hmm.
video game players must be the
Although
only ones that get
probably
them.
right now it'll start.
Probably, right? Um, so I'll get these ads for like these really cool video game commercials, and some of them look like really cool, like puzzle games where they look really simple, and you just like have, like for example, you need to get water from one room to the other room or whatever, and you got to move the pipes around to make it
Mhm.
happen. Just
Yeah.
some like mindless little puzzle game that just looks entertaining for, like, if you're waiting at the doctor's office or something, like just something cool, and you click on that, and that's not what the game is at all.
Oh.
It's something completely different from what the trailer promotes. Or the latest trailer I watched was like this zombie type game where you have to build up your base and shoot these guns to stop these waves of zombies coming.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen this trailer before with zombies, Katie,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, oh, that's a cool game. That looks fun. You have to build up the levels of your weapons, build up your walls and stuff so they can't get your defenses. I was like, yeah, I'll get that. Not how the game is played, Katie.
Oh no, how is it played?
It plays like an over the top, like really shitty looking game, like nothing like how the trailer looks. It's like an over the top map where you click on stuff and you send little resources to it. You're not shooting any waves of nothing. You're shooting waves of lies is what's happening. And so last week I saw the same trailer again, but this time it was replaced with aliens from the Alien movie.
Whoa.
And it was waves of aliens. I mean, Katie, the exact same trailer, but just replaced the zombies with aliens. How can they do this? How can they get away with doing this?
Because people will pay to play these games. They get suckered in, just like you did.
I didn't download it, Katie.
You downloaded the zombie one.
It's because it looked cool. It was a lie. I don't understand how they could just freaking lie. I'm just so tired of it. It's so annoying. And then they have these other trailers where they just look so amazing. And I'm like, oh, like one trailer used a trailer from a PS4 Xbox One game. And I was like, what is this? I've seen that trailer before. That you can't do that on a phone. That game cannot play on a phone. Like, how are they getting away with this? Advertisements are really, really annoying.
Yeah.
Hence,
I'm sorry.
Well, what are you gonna do, Katie? That's why I just have my picture up of face palming, and I'm so fucking tired of this.
Yeah, well, it's fair.
It's not. It's not at all. Especially when you do want to get a game for your phone, and you think, oh, like that looks like something fun. That looks cool. It's just a freaking deception, and that's not fun, Katie. I don't like being lied to.
Play Candy Crush.
I'm not playing no Candy Crush.
Candy Crush Friends. That shit's the bomb.
I'm actually I'm about to see if they still have that Words with Friends.
Oh, okay. I'm sure they do.
Reboots, revivals, and spinoffs. Katie, what do you think about reboots, revivals, and spinoffs?
I'm conflicted because I think they're playing on our nostalgia. They're tugging at our heartstrings like, oh, I remember this from when I was growing up. I really loved this, and they're just like, oh, well, here it is again. And I mean, I don't know. I'm conflicted. It's like a freaking marketing play, like we were talking about before. Like they're like, haha, gotcha, sucker.
Exactly. So here's some of the reboots that they're talking about doing. Battlestar Galactica. Did you ever watch Battlestar Galactica?
I did not.
It is an awesome space show, space fantasy show. Very good cast, very good story, very good acting, and the stakes of it are very high. I remember I blazed through it on Netflix. It was incredible. A show like Battlestar Galactica, I don't know. I could only think of you really just want a cash grab. But at the end of the day, they are a business and they're trying to make money off of this stuff. But unless it's a spin-off, I don't think you need to remake Battlestar Galactica. In my opinion, Battlestar Galactica is said and done. Like, if there's a way for you to make a spin-off of it, then do that. I don't think we need to revisit Battlestar Galactica. But one that I'm sure you watched, and I'd love to hear what you have to say about this, is getting a lot of buzz on the internet. They're talking about The Princess Bride.
Yeah, that movie is perfect. It does not need to be remade.
See, that's what I'm saying. That is a perfect movie. You are not going to get the same love, the same jokes, or well, I know you're not going to get the same, but the same feeling that you got from that first film. That movie is spot on. Like, it still stands up today.
Yeah, that isn't a movie that's like, oh wow, that's really dated. Like, that movie holds up. Like, there is no need to remake it. Mm-mm. Inconceivable.
Exactly. DeMel's listening. He said, "Nope, leave it alone. Don't even do the spinoff." DeMel says no. And like, there's just so many good lines in there, right? Just so many. And we have a few people. Where's the one I'm looking for? Here it is. Kerry Ells. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing his name wrong. Sony Pictures CEO Tony V says that very famous people whose names I won't use want to redo Norman Lear's The Princess Bride. Kerry Ells, one of the main stars of the movie, says, "There's a shortage of perfect movies in the world. It would be a pity to damage this one." I think that response is so perfectly in line with his character of that movie. It sounds like a line out of the movie. Like, it's spot on. Like, I feel like that character took his Twitter account and typed that out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we need to do
No, we don't need
to.
Nope.
Now, another one that was making some steam. What do you think about this one? Matrix 4.
Yeah, we don't need it. Again. That story is done been told.
Now,
but I know a lot of people who were super excited about it.
Now, I'm a little conflicted on this one because it is the Matrix. So anything is literally possible, especially with what the whatever his name is, the dude, the robot guy in charge, the dude, KFC computer guy at the end of the movie, when he said that, how long do you expect this piece to last? And she says, as long as it needs to. And with them having to redo it's a cycle of the ones that always happens. A Matrix 4 could happen. And I really love the Matrix. I really enjoy the Matrix. So seeing what a new cycle would be, or seeing what breaks the piece up in this new movie would be great. I was all on board for that, but I'm finding out that the rumor mill, not confirmed, is that they're talking about doing a Morpheus prequel.
Interesting.
No, it's not. Because I already know. Morpheus finds Neo. Like, what? I don't need that movie.
Yeah, we don't need that backstory. And normally I'm on board with backstory because I really like those, but I agree. We don't need this one.
Right. So, like, the Oracle said, Morpheus, you will find the one. Morpheus found the one. I don't need a prequel about how Morpheus goes to the Oracle to find out what his destiny is. You've told us. So please don't let that be it. I would like to see, like, just a completely new version of the Matrix, of it rebooting and the war has broken out again. Or, but I love Neo and Trinity. Trinity's up there with Ripley and Sarah Connor for me. That's how dope she is in that movie to me. Have you seen Face Off, Katie?
No.
Face Off is an amazingly fun movie with I'm terrible with these. What was his name? Everybody knows who I'm talking about. It's fantastic. Basically, you can't replicate or even hope to match what you did with those two actors in that movie. I don't think you need a Face Off reboot. What about The Office? Have you watched The Office?
I have, and it's interesting because The Office is a reboot of the British version of The Office. So I don't know what we're fixing to do here. Okay, we're going to make an Australian version?
So some information on this. What happened? I absolutely love The Office. I think it's one of the funniest dang sitcoms to ever come out. Like,
100%. I love The Office. I know what I just said didn't really allude to that, but huge fan of The Office. I've watched it multiple times, and I'm not a rewatcher of shows or movies. So
exactly, I'm in that same boat. Okay, wait. DeMille says, I don't know what he said yes to, but he said yes excitedly. He said, yes, redo the Matrix. I'm a Matrix fanatic. They are trying to do a Star Wars situation. Exactly. And
Okay.
I'm not for that. So Steve Carell, we all know I'm terrible with names, so I'm saying his name right. But he hosted Saturday Night Live, right? And a fan raised their hand and said, hey, right before he went into his monologue, would you return to the office? And he was all like, oh, those were such good times. It was a really good show. It was a great time in my life, but I've moved on. Another fan raised their hand, and it happened to be one of the actors from the show. And they repeated, would you do, would you go back to the office? And he said, what are you doing here? And, they came down there. Another fan raised their hand. It's another actor from the show. Another fan raised their hand. It's another actor from the show. And they all go down there and they're like, yeah, you should do it. You should do it. And he's like, guys, I would love to, but I've made a commitment to spend more time with my family. That's what I'm about right now. Another hand goes up in the audience. It's his freaking family. It's his wife and his kids. And they said, we are totally cool with you going back to the office. And so he looks at the camera with all the, several people from the office. He's like, are we going to do an office revival? And he paused. Hope you enjoy your episode of Saturday Night Live tonight. And then it cut off.
I think maybe it was a bit then. I know there's been talks about it for a very long time. And as much as I loved this show, like it ended and it was bittersweet, but it ended in a satisfactory way. And I just don't see them coming back together. And I gotta say, once Steve Carell left, it did kind of go downhill a little bit. And I don't know if they could pick up the momentum again.
Yeah, because they focused on the wrong character. What's his name from that dumb movie? What's that movie?
The Hangover?
The Hangover. So because he was one of the stars in there and he was real popular at that time or getting a lot of fame for it, they focused on him, which I don't think they should have. He was really an annoying character. It immediately should have been Jim and what's his name? His rival?
Dwight.
It should have immediately been them. But they did find, once they figured out that they were going down the wrong path, they quickly corrected the ship and got back on track. The show is amazing. I think there's a way to bring it back, but I do agree with you. That ending was perfect. It had so many good moments, so many good lines. It was so good. It was a pretty close to perfect ending you can get for a series. But I do miss it. I do miss it. So.
And that's not to say that if they do go through with the revival that I won't watch it. Of course I'll watch it. I'm just not sure that I necessarily think it's needed. And I'm not quite sure if it's going to have that same spark that it did before.
Yeah. So it probably wouldn't. It'll be hard to get that. So that's so. Reboots, revivals, and spinoffs, I think they all have their right place, but it has to be done. I think this is one of those things, and you can let me know what you think as well, Katie. Let us all know. I think this is one of those things that it has to be done with the right reasoning at the right moment, at the right time, the right story. Like obviously, they do this stuff to make money. I get that. I totally understand that. But I think when it comes to things like this, it can't be just about the money. It has to be the right story.
Right.
Kind of like how with Incredibles, the movie, the writer of that show, the director of that movie or whatever, they did not want to rush to a sequel for it because they were waiting for the right story to do with it. I didn't like the story for that one too much, but again, they took a very long time and they wanted to make a good story. It was still a good movie, but it has to be done in that same light, I think. What do you think, Katie?
Yeah, I think it's got to be like a perfect storm of everything coming together. And like I said, I'm not sure that I'm sure they have incredible writers and they'll come up with something, but it's got to be perfect.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because like I said, like I'm interested in Matrix 4 if it's done right. I don't think we should do Battlestar Galactica. I think we should leave Princess Bride alone. Back to the Future does not need to be touched. And Ricardo says we're getting the Craft. The Craft is being rebooted. Saved by the Bill is being rebooted. What is that movie? That TV show, Boy Meets World, got rebooted as Girl Meets World, and that show was crazy.
I thought it was adorable.
It was terrible, terrible.
It was adorable.
All right, so we're gonna hop into what I have here being the last one, our last little segment here, which, so I'm a big fan of John Campea. I watch the John Campea show, only because I do like the conversations they have. They get into some good discussions, and I respect the way he has the show set up and everything like that as well. But they had this one topic on there, and I get the feeling, I feel like John Campea just says stuff to freaking just say stuff at times. And it's a little annoying, but I could be wrong. I mean, I think he talks a little contradictory at times. So their segment was, well, actually, I'll just ask you, Katie. Do you think the MCU is now dead after Endgame?
So I don't think it's dead, but I think it's going to be very, 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 very hard for them to generate as much buzz and excitement as they did with Endgame. It was like there was a decade worth of movies building up to this single epic moment that everyone was waiting for and excited for, and I just don't know how they're going to be able to drum that up again.
I know exactly how they're going to drum it up again, by building it up again.
Yeah.
So it's like, so basically what they called it was it's Saved by the Bell, the new class. I think it's going to be even easier for them to build things up because they've set up such a foundation with what they've already done. And you're correct. It's 10 years, 10, 11 years of movies, 23 films, all building up to this big moment. This is why I'm not concerned about it, and this is why I don't think the MCU is dead, because these are all the characters that sucked. For the most part, Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, Doctor Strange. In the comic books, no one cared about these characters. These were their C and D listers. Their big players were X-Men, Spider-Man, and Fantastic Four. Those are the comic books that everybody were about. Those were the characters that everybody cared about. And in the books, they kept trying to force the Avengers and Cap and Iron Man and Thor down our throats as they were the Earth's mightiest heroes. They were Earth's lamest heroes. It was all about the X-Men, Fantastic Four, and Spider-Man. And I know there's this whole thing with Spider-Man not being part of the MCU no more. That's bullshit. They'll figure that out. Spider-Man will be back in here because at the end of the day, again, these companies want to make money. You take Spider-Man out the MCU, Spider-Man movies are not making any more money. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what anybody says. Spider-Man not in the MCU, a Sony solo release Spider-Man movie, it is not making $1 billion. It is not. It may not even hit 700 million because who wants to see that? Nobody. And for those of you that do, I don't care. You're entitled to your opinion. I'm here with the masses right now.
So I agree with you. I think that they need to start getting the ball rolling now because they need to get that momentum going. It was like Endgame happened and then there's this big lull between when the next movie is going to come out. And I think that they really need to get on the ball and get these movies out. And I know they've got a lot of content with the Disney Plus coming, but it's just not soon enough, I don't think. I am excited though. I feel like they have an opportunity here to expand the diversity, a chance to build up new characters and relationships. But again, like you've mentioned, this is going to have to take at least another decade. So another slow burn, and it's not going to be immediate. Yeah, but I think they have a really great opportunity to start, showcasing people that look like everybody instead of just a bunch of white males and then the token blonde girl.
Right. And so I think that's absolutely the thing. Once I think they do need to take this time off. So that I think differently on that. I think they need this time off because I think we need a break from all of it. Because once Disney Plus launches, we're going to get smacked in the face with all of it. Then the movie's going to start to drop. They've got to start to integrate these new characters. They got to introduce us to these new characters and stuff like that. They got to start building a foundation. There's so many more big bad villains that are just as bad as Thanos, if not worse. I'm not concerned about them building any of that or getting back to that hype. Once they start picking that back up and these movies start coming out and the Disney Plus stuff starts interacting with the films, the hype is going to be there. I think they're doing the right thing by letting things die down and rest, because we need a break from it. We honestly need a break from it right now. We still have the whole like Infinity Saga case that's coming out that I have to have. Anybody want to get that for me? Please go ahead. I'll send you my address. Private message me. But to even think that. Now I will admit it may not get to the exact point, but I think it has a damn good chance when you start involving the Fantastic Four, X-Men, Silver Surfer, Galactus. I think it does. And Marvel's so good with casting. There's so many awesome people cast in this phase 4. So, well, Ricardo says, "Oh, they're relaunching Ghost Rider too, like the old TV show."
Negative Ghost Rider.
Yeah. Can they do this another 10 years? I'm here for it either way. I do think they can, Ricardo. And then he said, throw in next generation of younger stars, but now Fox Cave, they can do it. Spidey will be back. So I think it's all a ploy. I think those are all business shenanigans. We're going to get Spidey back, and things are going to be the way it is. So we're going to wrap up. We don't have a good or bad or nerdy topic thing to score or anything.
Not today, because we do our own thing sometimes.
We do our own thing sometimes. We just wanted to get back into the cockpit of it and get back on here and get our show posted. You know, it's been a while. We want to let you guys know we're still here or whatnot. But thank you for tuning in. We're going to wrap up this episode. We'll be back next week. I think if Katie's cool with it, but I'll probably talk with her. You know, she's the boss. Fridays may be our day to do these things or whatnot. But tune in. I'll be doing another video game release party for Call of Duty Modern Warfare at GameStop in Reynoldsburg. I got the Philadelphia Kids Comic Con next month and Wizard World Comic Con, Columbus Con, and Baltimore Comic Con next month. So it's another full schedule. Katie, you got where can everybody find you at?
You guys can find me on the Instagrams at HoneyBadgerKT, same handle for Twitter. You can catch us on our Facebook page at GBNerdy.
Okay. And you can catch us on our Twitter account, TTHE Nerdy on Twitter. Follow us on our Facebook page. Our Facebook page is about to really be popping. It's already popping with us, but it's about to be even more popping. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook as Art of Mike Watson. And be sure to visit shortfusemediagroup.com for all your comic book goodness, because we have several different books on there that you can check out. And Katie, what do you got to tell them?
Bye.
It's been so long since I heard it. Yeah.
I almost forgot.